Hello 8th class, welcome back. I wish you all a very good morning. So in our previous class we were talking about introduction to data handling. We talked about data, we talked about how to represent our data and how to organize our data also. We learned different techniques for representing and for organizing our data. For organizing we use frequency distribution, grouped frequency distribution table and telemarks. For representing we use pictograph, we used bar graph, we used double bar graph, and another type the kind of representation that we use for grouped frequency distribution table, that is histogram. So 4 types of representation, 3 types of grouping or organization. So in this class we are going to start with exercise 5.1 and we are going to do some questions from our exercise 5.1, question number 1. In question number 1, here tell for which of these would you use a histogram to show the data. So if we want to represent our data using histogram, then your data should be in class intervals. Your data should be continuous rather than discrete. Okay? You won't be having frequencies for single values. You will be having frequency from grouped values, or you can say for class intervals. So first it is given that the number of letters for different areas in a postman box. So if you are going to organize the number of letters in different areas, so it will be like this. You will write area and then you will write frequency. Okay, so area will be something like A place, something B place, C place, and then it will have frequency, whatever numbers, so 17, 18, 5 and so on. So this data is discrete, it is not in intervals, it is not continuous. So we cannot use histogram, So we will be using bar graph instead for this data. So answer is no. Your answer is going to be no. Second we have the height of competitors in athletics meet. Now we are going to talk about height, and then we will have in other column we will have frequency. Frequency means number of students having that kind of height. Now if you are going to write your height like 150, 160 centimeters, 170, 63, 167, then it will be a long list and it will be unmanageable. So rather than that, what we will do, we will use intervals. And how? We will say that the people having height between 140 and 50, people having height between this and this are going to group in this row. People having height between 150 to 160 are going to be grouped in this one, and so on. So we are using class intervals. So obviously for this one we are going to use histogram. You just have to write yes and no. This is for understanding. This table making is for understanding. C is number of cassettes produced by 5 companies. There are going to be 5 different companies, A, B, C, D, E. It will be company and cassette, number of cassettes. So it will be A, B, C, D, E, and then there are going to be numbers. Obviously, as we can see, they are discrete data. So no class intervals, no histogram. So answer for C is going to be again no. D, the number of passengers boarding train from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at a station. So the reason will be D part. We have to tell whether we can represent this data using histogram or not. Then we have number of passengers. Time is 7 morning ka 7 a.m. to evening 7 p.m. So if we write, some people are boarding at 7 a.m. Some people are boarding at 7:15, some people 7:30, some 7:45, some maybe at 7:40 also. So if we are going to represent data by every minute, there are going to be a long list, and that would be unmanageable, won't be represented using any bar graph. So we will group them. We will group the data. It will be like 7 to 8 a.m. It is a.m. maybe, okay, 7 to 8 a.m. Then we have 8 a.m. to 9, and similarly like this up to your 7 p.m. Your data is in class intervals, so we will be using yes, histogram will be used. If your answer is going to be yes, you will give the reason because the data is in class intervals. Because we have class intervals in organization of data. When we are organizing our data, there are class intervals, and if we are writing the answer as no, then we will write that no, we can't, because we are not using class intervals in organization of our data. Which kind of representation we are using depends upon which kind of organization we used. So question number 1 is done. Now question number 2, the shoppers who come to departmental store are marked as men, women and boy and girl. Okay, there are 4 kinds of people who are visiting a departmental store, and the list gives the shoppers who come during the first hour of the morning. We have to make the frequency distribution table. We have to make frequency distribution table. So when we are going to make frequency distribution table, on one side we are clear that we are going to write the frequency. On second side, on this side, what we are going to write depends upon what we have in the question. We have the kind of shoppers, okay. So we have the shoppers here. So shoppers we have 4 kinds: men, women, boy and girl. Okay, these are the shoppers. So for this you will get clue from your question itself. Now frequency means the frequency of men shoppers will be number of times of m in the given data. We will count the m and we will find out that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 men. Not 14, is going to be 15 men. Women, if you count them out, it is going to be 28. Boy, they are going to be 5, and girls, they are 12 in numbers. So this is our frequency distribution. You have to use telemarks also. So you have to make a column for telemarks. Telemarks, as we learned in our previous class, we make a group of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5 is a cross. 6, 7, 8, 9, then it is a cross 10. We have to write 5, represent 5. So this is 15. 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 and 26, 27, 8. So this is the telemark representation for women. Then we have for boys, it is going to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the cross. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is the cross. 11, 12. So this is going to be telemark representation for all of them. And you have to draw a bar graph to illustrate it also. So now we will be, this is the frequency distribution using telemarks. Now we are going to use this frequency distribution to show the bar graph for this question. Now in this table, on one side, on one axis, you have to represent your bar graph using pen, pencil and on the graph paper. This is your axis. First step is this. Okay, second step is you have to choose your axis for different data. On one side you have to write the shoppers, okay? The shoppers. Sorry. It is men. Then we have, next we will leave space for leave space. Then we will have women. Leave the gap. Then we have boy. Then leave the gap. Then we have girl. You can represent your shopper in different manner also. You can write your man here, boy here, or woman here, or girl here, anywhere. You just have to represent all the shoppers. This is the key point. Now we have the highest number of shoppers, women, that is 28, and lowest number is 5. So we can choose our scale accordingly. I'm going to choose on y-axis. On x-axis we don't need the scale. On y-axis I'm going to use 1 unit as 5 persons, 5 people, 5 anything, okay? So it is 5, and then we have 10, and then we have 15, then we have 20, then we have 25 and 30. So 1 unit is equal to 10 people. So in 1 unit we have 10 divisions. It means 10 divisions are showing 5 people, whether they are men, women, boy or girl. It means 2 divisions are used for representing 1 people. This we will be using to represent our number which are not the round figures as per our scale. So this is our frequency. If you want to make your bars vertical, you will use your frequency on y-axis, but if you want to make your bars horizontal, then you will represent your frequency on x-axis. I'm going to use frequency on the y-axis. So first is men. Men is 15. 15 is this one. This is bar graph because we are using bars of equal width with equal gaps in between, and the heights of bar represent the corresponding quantity of that bar. So man, this is 15, then woman it is 28. So 28, I need 25 के बाद 3 people. So it means I need 6 divisions. 28 के बाद 25 के बाद 6 divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be 28. I'm going to repeat again how I'm going to find 28 in my graph. I found out that 2 divisions are representing 1 people. I want to show 28 people. So 28, I know 25, where is 25, I know where is 30. But I don't know where 28 is. So after, I know it is going to be after 28, 25. So after 25, how many people? After 25, I need to represent 3 more people. So 3 people are going to be represented by how many divisions? We multiply it by 3. It is going to be 6 divisions. So 6 divisions on your graph is going to represent your 28. So women 28. This is 28. Next is boy. Boy is 5. 5 is direct. This is 5. And then girls are 12. Again 12. 12 means 2 divisions, 2 people more than 10. 12 girls. Again, going to show you how. 12 girls means 10 plus 2 girls. Okay, 10 is visible clearly, the 10 is here, it means 12 is going to be somewhere between these two. So now 2 girls, one people was 2 divisions, so 2 people, 2 girls are going to be how many divisions? It is going to be 2 into 2, that is 4 divisions. So after 10, 4 divisions, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 divisions after, so you will use scale here also in your graph, it is going to be 12. So this is your bar graph for your question number 2. Now we are moving onwards to question number 3. In question number 3, the weekly wages of 30 workers in factory are given. In question number 3, weekly wages of 30 workers is given, and they are given like this. We have to use telemarks to make a frequency table with intervals also given. So first we have to make the table, frequency distribution table, and this frequency distribution table is going to be grouped because we are using intervals here. So grouped frequency distribution table, telemark. So we have to use 800 to 810, and the maximum data we are having is 890. So it is going to be up to 900. 810 to 820. As I mentioned earlier, because 810 is present here and here also, this may present some ambiguity. It is 810 is not going to be included in this interval, it is going to be in this interval because of this representation we are going to use in our grouped frequency distribution table. So 820 to 830, 840 to 850, 850 to 860, 860 to 870, 870 to 880, 880 to 890, and 890 to 900. This is our class intervals. Okay. Next we have to write the frequency. For frequency we will count all the numbers which are between 800 to 810. 800 will be included in this group, but not 810. 810 will be included here. So we will count them, and it will come out to be 3 2 1, then 9, 3 2 1 9, then 5, then इसके लिए we have 1 3 1 1 and 4. Total is we have 30 workers. Now we have to show the telemarks for them also. Telemarks frequency 1 2 3 1 2 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 1 1 2 3 1 1 1 2 3 4. This is the frequency distribution table. You will represent in your copy neatly using pencil and scale. Make proper blocks, proper columns, and this is how your frequency distribution table is going to look like. So now using this frequency distribution table, we are going to make the bar graph for this, and the bar graph for this, no bar graph is not asked, we just have to represent the telemarks. So done. But if required, if asked of us, we will be using which graph? We will be using histogram. Why? Because intervals are given. Bar graphs will not be used. Then Fourth one is draw a histogram for this frequency table and answer the following. So in question number 4, we have to draw the histogram for this data. So we will, on one axis we are going to represent the class interval, on one axis we are going to represent the frequency and intervals also. So we are going to start with x-axis, on x-axis we are going to show our class intervals, and on y-axis we are going to show our frequency. Okay, done. Now we have to start the first interval. If you remember, it was 800 to 810. If we write 800 here and 810 here, 820 here, it is going to be a bit confusing. And why? Because in this unit we are representing 10 units, 10 divisions, and in it this unit is representing 100 numbers. This unit is representing 100 numbers. This is representing 10. This is 10. So this is bit ambiguous. What we will do, we will use that jagged line or that broken line we discussed. So this broken line is used when our scale is not working. So here our scale is not working, we will use the broken line 800, 830, 840, 50 up to, we have to write up to 900, 880, 890, 900. So this is our x-axis. Unlike bar graph, we don't leave gaps here because data is continuous. In here our maximum data is 9 and minimum is 1. So we can use just one unit for one division. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So on y-axis your one unit is equal to one frequency, one unit is equal to one, but we are talking of one worker. And on x-axis your one unit is equal to 10. Okay, class intervals. So first 800 to 810, it is 3. So 800 to 800 is going to be 3 like this. Then 810 to 820, it is going to be 2. This is 2. 820 to 30, it is 1. 830 to 40, it is 9. So this is 9. 830 to 40, this is 9. 840. We can write the corresponding frequencies on the top. 3, 2, 1, 9. 840 to 850, it is 5. 850 to 860 is 1. Then 3. Then 1, 1, 4. 1, 1 and 4. 1, 1 and 4. 4 is this one. Okay. This is your rough representation of histogram. This is how your histogram is going to look like. You can write frequency, or you can write number of workers also. Number of workers also. Okay. And instead of class interval, because it was wages, we were talking about wages of workers in rupees. So you can write either class intervals or you can write wages of workers. Wages of workers will be a more suitable title. Number of workers here. So this is our histogram. Now we are going to move to next question, that is question number 5 here. No, not 5. We have few questions from 4. Which group has the maximum number of workers? So which group is having maximum number of workers? You can see that this bar is having the greatest height. So A answer will be 830 to 440. Class interval has the maximum number of workers. Maximum number of workers. So maximum number of workers are getting wages between 830 and 840 rupees. Next is how many workers earn 850 rupees and more. 850 rupees. 850 is here. So how many workers are getting more than 850? So what you will do, you will add all these data. So workers, number of workers getting more than 850 rupees. 850 rupees. It is going to be, we will add them up. 850 was here, 850 was 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4. It will be 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4. It is going to be 4, 5, 6 and this. It is going to be 10 workers. 10 workers are having their wages more than 850. Third is how many workers earn less than 850. So this was 9, sorry. This was 9. So C part is number of workers getting less than 850 rupees. Now 850 was here. So less than is going to be on the left hand side. We have to count all these numbers. 5, 9. It is going to be 5 plus 9 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. 10, 15 and 20. So 20 workers are getting wage less than rupees 850. You can answer these questions from your histogram also, and you can use that table we drawn for our earlier question number 3, that also to answer these. If we are asked about less than, so we are going to talk about, you can see on the histogram only that 850, these numbers are less than 850. So we will count the height of these bars. These numbers are showing the height of these bars. So we will, less than 850, we will count these ones. And more than 850, count these ones. Similarly, if the question was asked, how many workers are getting wages less than 880? Less than 880. So you will find your 880 and you will add all the heights of bars on the left hand side of this. And it is going to be 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 5 plus this and this. So it would be 25. 25. So done. Next is our question number 5. The number of hours for which each student of particular class watch television is shown through the given graph. There is a graph given and it is like this. It is like this. It is on page number 77. On one side, hours of TV watched per day is given, and on another side, number of students is given. We have been asked few questions from this graph. So we will use this graph to answer the question how many hours. First is for how many hours is the maximum number of students watch TV. We have to tell maximum number of hours a student is watching TV. So okay, we have to make the graph only, then we will be able to understand properly. So this is the bar graph. Hours of TV watched per day, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then it is number of students. It is 4, like this. So 1 and 2, this is 4. 4 students watch TV for 1 or 2 1 between 1 to 2 hours. 8 students, then 22. 20 is going to be the mid of these two. This is 22, 4 to 5. 4 to 5 is 32. Then we have 8 and then we have 6. 8 and we have 6. 6 will be between these two. 6 will be between these two and this is not needed. So this is our bar graph given bar graph. So first is how many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? This number of students are watching TV for this many hours. This number of students are watching TV for this many hours. So which bar is having the greatest height? This bar is having the greatest height. So 32 students are watching for 4 to 5 hours. So the maximum number of students, so you will write in first one, maximum number of students watch TV for 4 to 5 hours. Okay, this was our first one. Now second one is how many students watch TV for less than 4 hours? Less than 4 hours. This is our less than 4 hours. So less number of students watch TV less than 4 hours. Number of students who watched TV for less than 4 hours. It is going to be, we will add them up. It is going to be 22 plus 8 plus 4. So it is going to be 30 plus 34. 34 students watch TV for less than 4 hours. Then we have how many students spend more than 5 hours in watching TV. So 5 hours. We are talking about 5 hours. 5 hours is here. And more than 5 hours is here. So number of students who watch TV more than 5 hours. Number of students who watch TV for more than 5 hours is going to be, we will add these numbers, 8 plus 6, it is going to be 14. 14 students watch for more than 5 hours. So with this we have completed our exercise 5.1 and this will be all for today. In next class we are going to study about circle graph or pie chart. I wish you a very good day.